MSA Center Stage with head coach Bob Palko. His team, the West Allegheny Indians, is victorious in the 5A WPIAL Championship. They defeated McKeesport. Undefeated season. How does it feel capping it off with a WPIAL Championship victory?
I gotta let this soak in a little bit. It was so many times it was almost like the game was over, and McKeesport was gonna take the title, and but our kids, and you tip your hat to McKeesport. I mean, wow, what a football team! And was one of the reasons why we decided to go for two, because we didn't think we could stop them anymore, to be honest with you. But it's a tremendous feeling, But again, I just love it for the kids. The kids have bought into the whole culture that we sell, and it's just really neat to see it come to fruition and see these kids, step like a Nick Ross. I've seen him grow up. My sister was his fourth grade teacher. But it's kind of really neat to see him turn into a young man and do the things that he's done. It's pretty special.
8 WPIAL championships. That's awesome. Best in the WPIAL. How does that feel, knowing that you've had so much success for a long period of time?
It's tough because it's not really just me. It's us. It's just a program win. It's not just Bob Palko. But personally, I'm very humbled by it. I don't think it'll sink in for, maybe when I'm done working. I don't know. I'm very humbled by it, and I'm very proud of it. But again, it's not just me. It's the OC, the DC, the trainers, the ball girls that are, we're a WPIAL champion, the volleyball team, and we have swimmers. It's a family. It's all West Allegheny. It's always been a family since I've been there, and we've created that culture, and it's just fun to be a part of, truthfully.
And your team was down heading into the second half. What was the message to spark your team? And you guys were obviously able to come back and to eventually win the game in overtime. What was your message to your team heading into the second half?
Well, again, it was tied up 14-14, and yet we thought, we were gonna, we got the kickoff, so we hopefully we're gonna take it down and then have them chase us. But that didn't work.
Yeah.
And we had some blunders on some teams, and they're a good football team. So we had a tough time stopping them. They're special now. But again, if you don't get a group of kids that don't stop believing, then that was what got us through.
Yeah. And you attempted a numerous amount of onside kicks, 2 of which I don't believe were planned to go exactly how they were.
No.
Talk about those play calls and why you felt that the onside kicks were
Well,
necessary.
we didn't want to kick the ball deep because you could see what happened when we kicked the ball deep on a punt,
Yeah.
So we knew we had to squib. The two of them were squibs, but he just hit the kid, hit the player from McKeesport. The 2 that were planned were successful, and those are things that we've gone over, every week. So, it's about executing and trying to put the kids in a good position to execute. But once again, if they're not going to buy into it, then, it's pretty tough to perform that.
And talk about the 2-point conversion at the end of the game. Why did you feel it was necessary to take that risk then?
Well, we didn't think it was a risk. First of all, we didn't think we could stop them anymore. We hadn't stopped them all game.
Yeah.
So it was like, if we had made that decision as a staff going into over, if we get this field goal, and we go into OT and we win the toss, and they score first, and then we score second, we're going for 2. It wasn't even a question, because now we held. They scored on 4th down, which was encouraging, but we just didn't. When we knew, again, we've been executing that particular play, something we work on, but it happened to be the 3rd option, which was Nick running it in.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time. Congratulations,
Thank you.
head coach Bob Palko, his 8th WPIAL championship. He's had a very illustrious career. We thank you so much for joining us. That has been another episode of MSA Center Stage.